As we can and find out more from our meteorologist, Jennifer Lambers, telling us about how it's a different flip from the last two mornings.
That's exactly right. It's been soggy for us to begin the past few days. It's been active with some of those showers. Now it's quiet to begin, but just wait. It's all coming later on this afternoon and this evening. So you might even hear it when you're going to bed, hearing some of the rumbles of thunder out there. And so just stay updated with Jason later on tonight, especially if you have any of those outdoor plans.
Yeah.
But here's what we're seeing just across the southeast. Rain moving through Louisiana, Mississippi, northern Alabama. It's not quite towards us. But even then, if you notice closer towards southern central Louisiana, look at all that lightning firing off just closer towards our friends in Louisiana. Us here locally, I'm expecting more of that this afternoon and this evening. Now, I mentioned quiet to begin, seeing some of that sunshine out there, some of the cloud cover, some isolated showers moving through southern Baldwin County, mainly seeing some of those near Wolf Bay, moving into Alberta, and also Foley are quiet right now, possibly seeing a little bit of that rain as it's just tracking further towards the northwest. That'll be the trend heading into the rest of today. Those rain chances, they're really going to be ramping up later on for today, isolated closer towards lunchtime. So that's why we're calling it the upside down day in comparison to what we have been seeing. Majority of the rain taking place for this evening. Now, the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, does have our area in that marginal risk zone. It just means, hey, we could see some stronger storms out there. It's mainly been a rain threat for the past few days, and so some of those could contain heavy downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds, and there is a very small tornado threat. It's not zero, but it is very low. Not our main concern heading into today. It's mainly going to be those winds, but we'll continue to monitor, keep you updated. I'll have a look at your futurecast coming up in just a little bit, but for now, let's go ahead and get an update on your traffic conditions in case you're heading out anytime soon. Just a heads up that we are starting to see some of those accidents out there. Now, I-65 looks fine, but that accident is going to be on the Bayway. That is going to be for that westbound travel. Really starting to notice some of those delays, and this is showing that that left lane is closed, and that's also reflective on our traffic cameras at this time. So as you can see, it is stop and go out there. If you know of anyone heading out across the Bayway anytime soon, give them a call. Let them know, say, hey, take the causeway instead, because that traffic is just inching along there on the Bayway. Again, that left lane is closed, and that is going to be, it looks to be right before that off ramp just onto the causeway. So that's not helping that traffic move much further there on the eastern shore. Also seeing some of those delays backing up past Daphne and closer towards 181. So again, give someone a call, give them a heads up, take the causeway if you are traveling westbound. Eastbound travel moving okay along with the tunnels. Thank you, Vanessa. And taking another look at your traffic conditions. Again, if you are heading out anytime soon, if you know someone that is, give them a call, give them a heads up that we are seeing a major accident there just on the Bayway. That left lane is blocked. Here's a look at that. Traffic is just inching along, so it is really backed up past the Bayway, past 98, and backing up closer towards that 181 exit in Baldwin County. Again, this will only be impacting that westbound travel. So if you're going to be traveling from Baldwin County to Mobile, that's where you'll see those impacts. Take the causeway. It's looking better, and that eastbound travel is moving smoothly. I'll keep you updated on your traffic conditions throughout the rest of the morning, but I'm going to have another look at your forecast coming up when we come back. Well, taking another look at the traffic conditions out there, and a reminder in case you're going to be traveling on I-10 westbound anytime soon. That's where we're really starting to see some of those heavy delays on the Bayway. Now it's taking place right before that causeway exit, so it's slow moving traffic there. Now we're starting to see some of that congestion backing up past 98 into Baldwin County and into Daphne. So if you know of anyone heading out anytime soon, please take the causeway. It'll go a lot quicker out there. Again, there's a look at that red on the map. Eastbound moving smoothly. The causeway looks great, but give someone a call, give them a heads up. I-10 westbound, major delays on the Bayway. There's a look at that live camera view outside right now. Stop and go traffic just inching along. I'll be talking more about your forecast details and the rain that we're tracking in the forecast. That's going to be coming up when we come back.
Down weather as we check in with our Fox 10 News meteorologist, Jennifer Lambers. And Jennifer, definitely a nice, enjoyable surprise this morning.
That's exactly right, Eric and Sarah. We're noticing a difference in comparison to what we've been seeing for the past few days. That's why I'm calling it upside down, just because Monday and Tuesday we started off soggy to begin in the day, and then later on in the afternoon we turned a bit more isolated. That's going to be the opposite trend for today. We're starting off isolated and turning a bit more widespread, especially later on for this evening. So we're waking up with some sunshine out there, but a little bit of a different picture down closer towards our local beaches. We're tracking some of those rain showers. Now, we did just see some of that rain push through Orange Beach. Now it's moving closer towards Gulf Shores, beginning to fall apart, but some of those light rain showers, possibly just some sprinkles, going to be pushing in closer towards Foley, Bon Secour, and Magnolia Springs just within about the next 10 minutes. It's very quick moving rain out there. Here's a look down at Orange Beach, and look at that. You can start to see some of the sun rays out there, just some very light rain that's falling just on the offshore waters. Some of those raindrops lingering on the camera there, but some rough surf. We start to see some of the white capping taking place. Rough surf just down at our local beaches. The camera is shaky, and look at those temperatures. It's the upper 70s, dew points mid 70s, so it's feeling more like 78, but also look at that wind. Sustained, that constant wind speed is closer towards 20 miles per hour. Wind gusts today down at our local beaches getting closer towards 30 to 35 miles per hour. So if you live closer towards the coast, you've already put up some of those Thanksgiving, those Christmas inflatables, those decorations. Just make sure they are properly tied down for today. Now, our full day planner heading into the remainder of this afternoon and this evening, it's going to continue to stay breezy out there. Winds out of the southeast. Everywhere going to be seeing those sustained winds around 15 miles per hour. Daytime highs in the mid 70s. Wind gusts getting closer towards 25 to 30. And then the rain chances ramp up later on this afternoon and this evening, and even introducing that thunderstorm potential. Now, coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to be timing things out for the rest of today. I'm going to be talking more about the tropics and what we're tracking in the long range. You'll want to see my 10-day outlook if you're a fan of more of sweater weather. Those details are coming up in just a little bit. Sarah. It is. And also, I did want to go ahead and update you on our traffic conditions out there. Now, we did have that accident clear out that was on I-10 westbound. However, now there is a semi-truck that is stalled out too. So we're starting to see some of that congestion building there. Some emergency vehicles are there on hand to help and assist, but noticing some of those delays out there on the Bayway only continuing. We're going to continue to monitor this and keep you updated here on Fox 10 throughout the morning. But your best bet is going to be taking the Causeway in case you're stepping outside anytime soon. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up. I was going to say, I think that it would probably last like 30 seconds with my dog. That as soon as she sees it, just done after that. So it's always the stuffies that can't hold up to her little golden retriever-ness. Well, let's go ahead and talk more about our forecast at this time. So reminder, isolated showers for this morning. We'll notice some of that increasing cloud cover out there, and then things begin to ramp up later on this afternoon and this evening. Now, the Futurecast, it updated just a little bit. It's pushing those rain chances back just a little bit more. So higher just after 6 o'clock, but very widespread heavy downpours. We're going to be noticing more of that thunderstorm potential ramping up for this evening. So you'll hear some of the rumbles of thunder, see some of that flashing lightning out there. That'll continue into the early morning hours to begin for your Thursday. And then more of that just continues to track further towards the east. A little soggy to begin for our far eastern areas to begin for your Thursday. Now, the wind speeds out there, it's going to be breezy out of the southeast, sustained around 15 miles per hour. Wind gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour. And then we're tracking the tropics. One area with high chances, it's going to be a tropical depression or storm as we get closer towards the weekend. The next name will be Sarah, S-A-R-A. But we're going to go ahead and look at this on a Futurecast model. Now, what's surprising for this season is that the GFS and the European model are actually in agreement. Now, it's an interesting scenario that plays out. They have that development taking place towards the end of the week. And then look at the timestamp. So that was Friday. We get closer towards Saturday. Sunday, Monday, and it's still just hanging out in the Western Caribbean. It's finally, once we get into the early part of next week on Tuesday, that the Euro and the GFS have this moving into the southern Gulf. Now, one of the questions that we've had for really the entire season is the steering flow out there. There is steering flow with this one. We have a ridge of high pressure located over the Atlantic, but look at this green line right there. Look at even that pink. This is a sharp cold front, so it's helping us here locally push this away from us. Now, it's unfortunate for our friends for central to southern Florida that could possibly see more of those impacts from this system. But for us here locally, we're looking to have a front that'll push it far away from us. And that's reflective in the CPC, the Climate Prediction Center, showing that we could have some below average temperatures heading into the end of next week. So it's going to bring in some nice cold air and keep some tropical trouble away from us. So that will be the good news. We'll keep you updated on that. But I'm going to talk more about our extended outlook with your 10-day outlook coming up soon.